Good morning, class. Today we're going to be learning about the standards. Are you guys ready to learn?
Yes.
Sweet. We'll probably do a dance party after this, if you guys are good. All right, today we're going to talk about this. This is also a little review for next week. So next week we have our testing, right? We have our ELA testing. We have our reading portion, we have our math portion, right? So this is going to be part of the reading portion. So, and also April month, my old teacher, Mrs. Maddox, just sent me an email talking about the different kind of poetry that we should be reading and studying in April, which we might be able to do. After testing, we're going to review until testing, and after testing, I think I told you guys, we're going to clean off our desks. We're going to have a fun time. We're going to put them over here. First, we're going to watch Homeward Bound. We might watch both of them. I don't know. But we're going to be doing more fun things, okay? What I'm asking from you is to work hard and try your best. A lot of you guys did that. Israel surprised probably himself. He didn't surprise me. Mr. Morris came and told us last time the test came out how well Israel did. He might act like he's not smart. He might act like he doesn't care. But he's one of the smartest people in the school. Just so you know. Right, Israel? See? Okay, who can do this for us? Loud. Paparazzi, please.
Determine a theme of a story. Drama or poem from details of the text. Includes how characters in story or drama respond to challenges, how the speaker in a poem reflects upon a topic, and a summary of the text.
What does that mean in your own words?
It's like you're explaining how the character is.
Who remembers what a theme is? What is the theme of a story? I say, what is the theme of The Cat in the Hat? What do you think, Trevor?
The theme is where a cat teaches the two kids about something they don't know about.
Israel. So, what is the theme? You explained it pretty well. Thanks, boys. What is the theme? Well, you explained it's not wrong, Trapper. But when I say, what is the theme, what am I asking you? If it's a story or movie. What other words can you use for theme? What do you think, Israel?
A theme could be action or something. So it could be action, it could be something that's calm, it could be it can be, I don't know.
So a theme, remember guys? A theme is a main idea of a story. Right? Is that what you're going to say? A theme is like a main idea. If we're talking about Cat in the Hat, the main idea there is don't let strangers in your house and make a mess and leave when your parents come. Right? And that's if you're lucky. If you let somebody in your house, they can do something stupid or something creepy, get you in trouble, or burn it down. Who heard about the fire yesterday? I mentioned it briefly yesterday. Who heard about it yesterday? Anybody here? Did you hear? Were you here yesterday? You were here? Okay, so yesterday in the afternoon, right around lunch, there was a big fire in Alpine. Who heard about that? So I think like 20 or 30 some acres burned last night. And what happened was somebody was not paying attention and the fire started. I don't know if it was natural. I don't know if it was somebody that started it. I actually shouldn't say that somebody was not paying attention. But what happened was 25 acres of fire. The first people that got evacuated was a whole school. The Alpine school got evacuated, right? The main idea, if there's a fire and it's close to you guys or close to houses, what are you supposed to do? What's the main idea? What's the theme of a fire, a forest fire? To keep you guys safe. Does that make sense? We do these fire drills, we do these bus evacuation drills, we do all these other lockdowns, shut-ins, right, to keep you guys safe. The main idea is the priority of this school and the most valuable resource that we have is you guys. There is no more valuable thing in the school than your safety, than you guys and keeping you guys safe. The main idea for here is for you to learn academics as well as how to be a good human. But most importantly is keeping you guys alive and safe. Right? So the fire yesterday, it got put out. I was going to a meeting yesterday around 6:30 and it was snowing on me. And I was happy about that. I'm hoping that it snowed enough and put that fire out. But in the early evening, they did mention out that the fire has been put out and, excuse me, and that they're working on fixing things over there. No structures were burned down, and there's also another fire in New Mexico, not far from the Arizona border. But when you hear news like this or stories like this, there's a main story, right? There's a main theme. The main theme of that story is getting you guys out and keeping you guys safe. A few parents that live and work here in the school had to take off. I think it was a middle school or high school. A teacher or somebody that worked there has a kid that goes to Alpine and had to go pick them up. Right? The main idea is if you're paying attention, and you heard my story, you guys were paying attention, right? It was interesting. It was catchy. It was important. A lot of these stories we read, boys and girls, unfortunately, like the Three Little Pigs, they're not that important, they're not that catchy. But when you tune into real things and nonfiction, which is true things, you get more engaged and you're able to understand it better. So when you apply this to yourselves, talking about, determine the theme, what are they trying to tell me? Are they entertaining me? Is it, I thought I had it up there. The perspective, is it an opinion? Is it a belief? You guys look over here really quick. Hello, laser. Author's perspective, right? Is it an opinion or is it a belief? Is it for or against something? Is there a problem and conflict? Characters' actions, characters' feelings, language and dialogue. I can tell the author of this book, blank, right? He wants to teach me, he wants to encourage me, he wants to entertain me. If I write a book, I'm probably going to entertain you guys. Being goofy, right? Being silly. You guys see the pictures this morning of my daughter and myself?
Yes.
I will find a picture of Mr. Morris or two when we were kids and show you guys. I guess he tells the students that he was really fat when he was little. It's not true. Just messing with you guys. But we'll find him. The main theme, the main idea of this lesson, boys and girls, and the practice that we need for the test next week is being able to look at a story, drama, poem, or any kind of text and pull information out of it using textual evidence. The textual evidence is going to be all over your tests, especially language arts, which is my class, what we do here. If I tell you the story, if I ask you questions about the fire, who remembers where the fire was? Can anybody give me evidence of what I said? Jayla.
Alpine.
Who got evacuated?
The
Ryla?
elementary school.
What?
The elementary school.
Yeah. Pretty important stuff, right? So that right there is exactly what I'm talking about. Great job and great job, both of you. When you get that information that you get from the book, you got to read it. Sometimes it's hard, it's boring. But there's going to be key words in there that are important. Talking about the fire, talking about evacuation, that stuff is pretty big, right? Because you guys remember, I think it was 2000, like what, 10 or 11 when everybody got evacuated in Round Valley? You remember that? I think it was 2003 or 2004, you guys weren't born. There was a Rodeo Sky fire in the Sholo, Pine Top, that area. All the people there got evacuated and our dome was full of people. I wasn't here, I was moved out already, but I heard about it. Right, big fire, people got evacuated, important stuff. Going on this one, look at this book, look at the cover. What's the title of this book? Paparazzi.
Who was Walt Disney?
Who was Walt Disney? Okay, from previous knowledge or former knowledge, who was Walt Disney? Who knows who Walt Disney is? Anybody know? Ready?
The creator of Disney.
The creator of Disney. Did you know Disney's the last name? His full name right there is Walt. Well, I think it's Walter Disney. Disney's his last name. That's his brand. So he had a vision, he had an idea, he worked really hard. And if you look back here behind him, look at the cover. And there you can see the castle, I think Disneyland. And he eventually created Disney World in Florida. Pulled that off. So why do you think the author wrote this nonfiction story? Nonfiction means true story. Why do you think they wrote this book? Really?
To explain what he has done so far.
Kind of explain who he is, right? Maybe explain what he's done so far, who he is, a little bit about him. Okay, what's the author's main purpose? When an author writes a nonfiction text, they write for a specific reason or for a main purpose. Right? So when somebody's telling you a story, they have a point in mind, or they have an idea they're trying to share. Who can read this for us? Trapper, thank you for raising your hand.
Author's main purpose. There are 3 different purposes or reasons that an author writes a nonfiction. 1. Answer a question. 2. Describe something. 3. Explain something.
What does that mean? Trapper, to answer a question.
To answer what someone wants to know.
Yeah. So one of the things that was interesting this last week, I think it was like a week or 2 ago, who heard about this astronaut stuck in space? I think it was 6 or 8 months. Who heard about that? Can you tell us about it, Ryla?
Well, I didn't really hear that much, but I heard that he got stuck.
I think there was 2 or 3 astronauts that got stuck in space. Who heard that? What can you tell us about it, Ryla? I mean, Jayla?
2 got stuck up in space, and then 2 came to save him, and then they brought him down.
Who saved him?
2 other astronauts.
Who else? Do you remember?
Elon Musk.
So Elon Musk sent one of his spaceships up, one of his private spaceships, and helped rescue and bring back 2 astronauts that were stuck in space for a long time. So to answer your question is they were stuck. And if there's an article about it, you guys can go find it today online if you want. You can go home, ask your mom or dad to help you look up those articles and get more information about how they got stuck up there, why they were stuck up there, and what they did to rescue them, right? To describe something. You guys ever find a good book that describes something that you want to learn about or talk about? Anybody? So about 20 years ago when I got my car, I bought a Chilton's car guide. It's about an inch and a half thick, and it's regular 8 by 11, 8.5 by 11, but it tells me how to change things on my car. So I was interested. I described something. It had pictures. I can bring it in to you guys. It's pretty cool. So it tells you how to change a tire, how to change brakes. The brakes are kind of a pain in the butt. It's kind of hard. The rear ones that are drum has all these springs and little things that go in a certain place, so it's kind of hard. If you don't know what you're doing or where they go, you can mess up your car pretty bad. It tells you all this stuff, but for me, it describes something, right? I want to learn how to change oil, change tires, change brakes. It tells you how to do all this stuff, even do the timing on your engine, which is weird to me, but I don't know that. And also, the other one, main one, is explaining something. Does it explain something? Right now, we're kind of talking about the ins and outs of this testing, right? We did our writing on Monday. Some of you guys took a long time, some of you guys didn't take a long time, some of you guys tried really hard. All of you that did really good and gave me a nice outline, we give them back to you yesterday. I put those in for not only extra credit, but I also helped you guys with your grades that were struggling. Some of you had either really bad grades or missing an assignment or 2. So I'll give you guys points for that. So thank you for doing that. These things will help you guys find a main purpose, boys and girls. So the main purpose and main idea is, why is Mr. Lozoya talking about this? Or why is Dr. Seuss writing this story? Or why is Walt Disney writing about this, right? Author's main purpose wants to read this, please. Archarius.
How to figure out what the author's purpose is. Did the author answer a question, describe something, and use lots of details? Explain how to do something.
Answer, describe, explain. Is that pretty self-explanatory? Answer a question, describe an event or details, and explain something. The answer is, let's read this one. Israel, please.
Author's main purpose. Answer. This is when an author starts the text with a question. The author uses facts to answer the question.
Perfect. Facts, right? True things. Actual things. Okay, we're going to do a little activity right now. You guys want to do an activity?
Yes.
We're going to do this. Thumbs up or thumbs down? And it's your opinion and what you think it is. Disney. Are the books and movies good or bad? Thumbs up for good, thumbs down for bad.
Do what?
Disney movies. Marvel movies. You guys know that Disney bought Marvel, right? So they're Disney movies now. Okay, pretty cool. Starting with the question as well is kind of like what I just did. Who likes Marvel movies? Who likes Disney princesses? You like Disney princesses? Like the princes? Shrek is a prince. Disney prince. Not really, but kind of. Okay. Let's read this one. Who's not read yet? Rada, go ahead.
Author's main purpose. Describe. This is when an author uses lots of adjectives and key details to describe a person or topic. They will often use the 5 senses to describe it.
Okay. Who thinks they can describe things very well? Jayla, can you think of your favorite movie or your favorite princess and describe that without telling us who it is so we can guess? If you can describe it really well, we'll give you a piece of candy. Just think of your favorite movie or your favorite Disney character. What do you think? You don't know? Paparazzi, you want to give it a shot?
He gets married at the end of the movie. When he's a prince, right? He used to be a green. He used to be a green toad. And she would make really good soup, and she wanted to open a restaurant.
Who knows who that is? Ready?
Princess and the Frog?
Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool. Have a sour head. Ooh, nice catch. Okay, describe, right? You got to use adjectives, descriptive things. You got to talk about the people, what they're doing, who they are. Describe, right? Main purpose is to inform us, teach us, or show us something. Okay, explain. Who wants to read this to us? Archer.
Author's main purpose. Explain. This is when the author tells the reader how to do something. The author uses step-by-step descriptions and might use diagrams too.
So the book I have at home for my car, it has step-by-step instructions, has diagrams, and has pictures. Right? They explain something, they tell you what's happening, what's going on, step-by-step instructions, diagrams, pictures, and everything. Okay, let's practice. Who wants to read this to the class? Molly, loud please. Can you read it? Can you see from there? Okay.
Being the line leader of the class is a very important job. The line leader must be at the front of the line. They set a good example to the rest of the class of how to walk through the hall quietly. They have to look around the hall for other adults, students, and classes so they don't run into each other. They also need to know where everything is on the school campus. What is the author's purpose of this passage?
What's the purpose? Israel? You're paying attention, huh?
To inform people how being the line leader is a very important job.
Is that it, Trapper? What do you think, Trapper?
To inform how the line leader is very important and what he has to do to be a good line leader.
Yeah, let's see what the next slide says. Boys in the back, can you please be quiet? There it is. What is the author's purpose of this passage? The bottom says the author's purpose is to explain the topic. He's explaining what a line leader does, right? When you have a leader, a line leader, or in our class we have the lunch cart line leaders that take the lunch cart. What's your duty if you take the lunch cart? What's your duty, paparazzi?
Responsible.
Gotta be responsible, gotta take it down to the cafeteria, right? And then after lunch you gotta bring it back, right? If you guys are good the rest of this afternoon, you guys can have lunch in here tomorrow. All of you. Let me see. Why is it not working? Yay, good times. So, to practice this, boys and girls, the author's purpose to explain is every author has three things, right? To explain, to entertain, or to persuade, right? To persuade you to do something. It could be good, it could be bad, it could be weird, it could be fun, it could be just entertaining and funny. The main thing is when you're doing this test next week, a week from today, you're going to have two portions of the ELA test, portion 1 and portion 2. Both of those, focus on what it's saying, look for those main ideas and those key words, and as you find those, find the key words in the passages. Find the main ideas. Find out what they're asking you. Take your time. Do it right. It'll be worth it for you. Any questions or main takeaways from this? Any comments on what you on this presentation? Or Disney? Or Green Eggs and Ham? Who's read Green Eggs and Ham? First thing I thought is, what is wrong with that bacon and what is wrong with those chickens? Right? Green Eggs and Ham. Okay. You stop the video now.